The Burning Legion shall return, and with it, Azeroth will burn. Okay, enough of me LARPing to be a fucking voice actor for World of Warcraft, and let's get into some meat in this video! I got some spicy theories cooked up, and today I think I might have just thought of something incredible for the future of what's gonna happen in Midnight. So currently we've got a lot of speculation of what our next patch could be. What we're really hoping for is it's not another throwaway patch. We don't want another Undermine. So, you know, hopefully we don't get that just a random side quest with trolls. There is another feasible option where at the end of the Lura raid, Midnight Falls, the March on Quel'Danas, that is what I'm looking for. The dialogue between Grand Magister Romath and Magister Umbric indicates that the Dark World actually pumped a lot of void creatures into the underground beneath Silvermoon. And that is quite a plausible theory as to what could be coming next, but I don't think it's going to be the next season. Here's why. Not Midnight Falls, March on Quel'Danas ended in a similar fashion to Nerubar Palace, with Xal'atath kind of just walking away at the end of it. And then we had a bit of buffer time before the next big thing with the Void. So, that's why I don't think we're immediately tackling what's going on underneath Silvermoon. Especially since, currently, the story doesn't seem to be pushing us in that direction. Yeah, we've had Void incursions, but let's talk a little about what's coming up in Point 7. Might be a bit of spoilers here, so if you don't want to be spoiled, then yeah, maybe this video isn't for you, but these are very minimal spoilers. I'm only talking about 2 zone names that we're going to. So without further ado, let's get into it. The 2 zone names which have been confirmed for us to go to is Nighttal and Val. Now, unfortunately, I don't think either are up here right now. But, so as you can see here, Nighttal is one of the invasion points we've had in Legion, and Val is the other. Maybe if I checked before starting this video, I would have been able to properly show you. However, I'm a bit of a absolute buffoon. I also realized that maybe just the most disgusting part of my UI to look at, so screw it. We're not going to look at my UI anymore. We're just going to walk around in Taurus. But my theory is that the next season is going to involve the Burning Legion in Midnight. Now, this is absurd. We've dealt with the Burning Legion. Sargeras is locked away in Titan Chastity. How can the Burning Legion continue? Well, if you remember back to the, before the Burning Legion was founded, these big boys out here, they were still a big problem to the universe. All the demons in the Burning Legion, they didn't just show up because the Burning Legion formed. No, not at all. They have been around for God knows how long, creating problems, so it wouldn't be far-fetched for them to get involved again. Now, with Nighttal and Val, Legion Fallen Worlds being major areas for content in the next expansion, it really leads me to believe that we are going to be taking a trip down to, well, Legion territory once again. So, yeah. This is why I'm having these thoughts. Simply based on the fact that we're going to the Legion invasion points. Furthering on from that, this leads to incredible setup for the future. Now, as you are all probably aware, we've of course dealt with Lothraxion this expansion. He's dead now. The Nathrezim, well, they had Dreadlords in every corner of the cosmic scope. And now, all of a sudden, there isn't one within the light. But within the Legion, there have been Nathrezim everywhere. So, if the Nathrezim want to once again maintain a foothold within the light, surely the return of the Legion would be a perfect way for them to once again self-insert themselves within the light. At the end of the day, that is how Lothraxion ended up being part of the Army of the Light. He helped fight the Burning Legion on countless worlds, in his own words. So yeah, I don't think it would be overly far-fetched for the Legion to come back. Especially if we're travelling out here, you know. Good old Nighttow. Got Val as well, the Frozen Worlds. So yeah. But why is it so important for the Nathrezim to be brought up in this video? You see, here's the thing. With the Last Titan, and I'm gonna, like, once again mention where this takes place, so if you don't want to hear that, don't listen. We're going to be in Northrend. That is confirmed. The march on Quodanas ended with a certain character returning. Sylvanas. She's returned from the Shadowlands. So we're in Northrend. Sylvanas is coming back from the Shadowlands. If we are battling for Azeroth's World Soul, it makes a lot of sense for the Shadowlands to be reopened. Now, that of course means our ties with the Nathrezim take us back to Denathrius, a character who currently has an unfinished story. His last whereabouts were he was trapped within Ramonia, and now, well, the Dreadlords have taken him, taken Ramonia, and we don't know what's going on. So yeah, the demons of the Legion strike once again. Perfect time for the Nathrezim to start causing a bit of havoc, a bit of chaos, to start running amok in the world of Warcraft. Tying in with the Shadowlands arc, we're battling to fight the World Soul. So far, there's been one attempt which almost destroyed the World Soul. One attempt which granted a direct conduit of Azeroth's World Soul to an external place. And that is via the Jailer. A character which I believe could make a return towards the end of the World Soul Saga. As do I believe Sargeras and Illidan can make a return. The Legion coming back, well, the demons coming back, could certainly bode towards a potential Sargeras return. Now, as you may have heard me say plenty of times, I do believe that the Last Titan is not about Azeroth, but is indeed about Sargeras, the current last living Titan in the World of Warcraft universe. Albeit he is being held in an eternal battle in the seat of the Pantheon against the other Titan souls, who are dead, remember. They are the souls of the Titans, who are there fighting with Sargeras and Illidan. So, yeah. I do believe that the subtle hints we've seen of demons in Midnight, they haven't been big, but they have been subtle hints, really do bode for a Legion return. On top of that, Silvermoon is a place which has had its history rebuilt on the Fel. Another potentially loose connection, but a connection which I think, when there's all these other hints pointing towards the demons and the Fel, I think it does add a bit of plausibility for a return. So, yeah, perhaps I'm being quite far-fetched with this, or perhaps, you know, this is what's gonna happen. We're coming out here to Nighttow, a world of demons. Well, a world taken over by demons. We're coming out to Val, another demonic corrupted world. So yeah, I don't know. It just really seems to me like the next season has to be a return of the demons and the Fel and the remnants of the Burning Legion. I know there's very strong likelihood of the return of the trolls after the, you know, whole thing with what's his name? Yeah, the guy who's jealous of his sister, not Zuldra's the sister, but her brother being jealous that she's the one who's leading the Armani. That Armani troll doesn't like elves and whatnot, and is like, you know, there might be, unfortunately, a throwaway patch with that. Hopefully not. But yeah, I really do think, and perhaps this is me going off on a absolute wild tangent, but I really do think that we're gonna see the Legion. Especially, I still believe that Xal'atath is an Eldrazi. I still think it. I'm not sold on the other counter theories, and of course, my theory is just a theory. It's not canonically confirmed in any way, shape, or form. But with Velen coming back as well in Midnight, Velen's last major presence was during the Burning Legion expansion. It makes sense. It does. And once again, it's a season 1 where the leader of the Alliance is dead. That happened in Legion 2! Okay, now I'm reaching. Turalion's death does not mean we're gonna fight the Legion. But one thing I would be interested in is who would be leading the affront against the demons. Sorry, I keep saying the Legion, but of course the Legion is over and done with. It's now just the remaining demons, who, you know, don't have a leader anymore, and they're kind of doing their own thing. So, yeah. I think if I carry on, I'm just going to be waffling on about various small points and not making much of a contributive argument anymore. Perhaps someone smarter than me can dig into this a lot further. You know, I'm kind of just vibing on this theory which has popped into my head. I thought it was a cool idea, and I wanted to share it. You know? So, if you like the idea, then give us a like. And if you want to dispute the idea, then by all means, take to the comment section or come by my live stream and let's have a chat about it. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Been nice to do a little discussion video, and I hope to see you all in the future. See ya!